Okay.
All right. Have you ever wondered where the term black or white hat hacker has come from? I certainly was. And what I did learn is that life isn't black and white, there is some gray in between. Admittedly, there's definitely a cool factor to the label hacker. Overall, the term hacker is misused because it is not fully understood. Whenever people hear the term hacker, they immediately think of the stereotypes in the movies, an evil criminal conspiring against the government or even people. But somewhere along the line, the hacker has become cool. Just think of Mr. Robot. So where do the classifications of black hat or white hat come from? Believe it or not, it comes from the old Western cowboy movies from the 1920s, where the good guy wore a white hat and the bad guy wore a black hat. So the symbols of good versus evil were metaphorically continued with the hackers because the association of good versus evil is definitely real in the world of hackers. A black hat hacker is considered unethical and bad, sometimes very bad. This hacker is a computer expert with no morals who finds vulnerabilities in internet and computer security and willfully vandalizes them for his or her personal gain. A black hat hacker is motivated by feelings of power, petty revenge, and greed, and that has had an adverse effect and never has had a good impact on people or organizations. A white hat hacker is considered to be ethical and good, but most times unappreciated. These are also computer experts who use their skills for protecting people and organizations from the vulnerabilities inherent in internet computer security. When they are empowered and allowed to do their job correctly, they can accomplish a lot of good things. Unfortunately for white hat hackers, because you only hear about their failures, such as when an attack comes through successfully, they tend not to get the same dramatic attention that a black hat hacker does. People tend to forget that when there is no news, no breach in security, that the white hat hackers are actually succeeding at their craft, and it is because of them that things are uneventful. A gray hat hacker is someone who is typically less skilled than the black or white hat hacker, such as a technical hobbyist, but mostly it is someone who seems confused. Does this person want to do good or not? This is where it gets murky because their modus operandi is to poke around and find loopholes, which they do report to the targeted company. So far, so good, right? The motivation, unfortunately, is that they only do this to get some bragging rights, some kind of bounty or reward. Now, if the target company doesn't comply, the gray hat hacker doesn't necessarily attack the target, but does something almost worse. They publish it to the public and let the mayhem begin. As you can see, hacking is not simply black or white, and there is quite a bit of gray in between. And the gray hat hacker is tainted by negative motivations. While the gray hat hacker cries foul when they're compared to the black hat hacker, saying that they are not doing any harm, I say, sorry, that isn't true, because when it comes to doing good, there is no black involved. Not even a hint of it to tint the white, making it gray, and thereby no longer pure and ethical in its intent.
All
There we
right.
go.
All right. Good. Thank you.